If you are finding questions asked in FAE JAE Food Analyst exam, you can find here. These all are memory based questions. For each questions you will find 4 options and you have to choose the right ones. Question number 1, which substance does not dissolve well in water? Next, in immunoglobulin E mediated allergic reactions to foods, binding of the allergen to mast cells triggers the release of which chemical? Clostridium botulinum is which type of microorganism? APAC established in the year of this is established in 2019 was the right option. Next question, which of the following is bulk sweetener? Next, for organic food, pesticide limit below 5%, metal below 5%, or both are true. Next question, the positive test for triglyceride phosphate in edible oil is a marker for the adulteration with which oil? Next one, methyl mercury and mercury are heavy metals for which there are prescribed limits under FSSR. Which instrument technique is most suitable to differentiate between the two analytes? Next, ISO and IEC stands for, that is International Organization for Standardization for ISO, and IEC is International Electrotechnical Commission. Next question, which of the following set of gases composition is controlled during controlled atmosphere storage? Next was post-mortem changes in fish are due to, this is due to the autolysis. Next, the extent of chemical migration from packaging into food. The migrants are measured using food simulants. Which of these simulants is not correct? Which vitamin acts as a methyl group donor for the reconversion of homocysteine to methionine? Next one is, which among the following is an intervention study? Next question, if the average energy content of one banana is 105 kilocalorie, what is the energy content in kilojoule? You have to calculate by the conversion of kilocalorie to kilojoule. If a canning procedure is not properly followed, which type of microbe is most likely to grow in the canned food? That the right one is obligate anaerobe. Next question was to explain the accuracy definition. Next question were based on why pH of pure water is neutral, and the next one is how many times the centrifugation forces in compared to the gravitational force. Next was for calcium alginate gel, what is the required, that is sodium alginate is required into calcium chloride solution. Next question was how much quantity is required in gram NaOH to titrate 0.1 normality 100 ml HCl. Next question was the lowest temperature to destroy bacteria in 10 minutes is called, that is called thermal death time or decimal point. This question was repeated 2 times in question paper. Next one, an electrician to find proper functioning of oven required which record necessary? Record file for maintenance of oven or the calibration details of oven, which record is necessary? Bacterial dilution ratio, one question based on the to find out the CFU values. There was the dilution ratios were provided and you have to find the CFU values from that given dilutions. Next was the non-vegan food. There was 4 options and you have to choose the which one is based on the non-vegan food. Next was dietary fiber is, you have to elaborate what is the dietary fiber, that is the crude fiber or digestible fiber or insoluble fiber. You have to choose the right answer. And what the vitamin D deficiency leads to, that is rickets. Next question was sugar is, what this sugar means ki this is the monosaccharide or polysaccharide, or this both mono and polysaccharide, or this also in is a disaccharide. You have to choose the which saccharides is sugar is. Next question was to boiling egg removes ovovitalin and phosphoprotein or not? Next was ammonia removes in which step of gel dal digestion or distillation or titration. You have to choose the in which step of the gel dal processing, in which step ammonia removes. Next one, precipitate of protein separated by ultrafiltration or filtration or centrifugation. That means protein separated, precipitate of protein separate by which process. In chromatography, distance traveled by sample is called. You have to choose right option from provided from the four options. Next, which is more prone to oxidized? That is PUFA or MUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acids, or monounsaturated fatty acids, or saturated fatty acids. Hand washing in premise should follow the warm water or cold water, or both is necessary by following the sanitizing. And there was asked the question for HACCP, first step of HACCP. And next, sterile environment products person is by cabinet or laminar or by hood. There was option, some more, two more options related to this. That sterile, that includes the sterile environment, and also the product also sterile, or person also in a sterile condition. AgMark stands for. And next, preservation by adding salt and sugar. Basically, the principle is the it binds with the water and no water available for the microbial growth. Which agency for export products responsible for the export products? That is APIDA. And next was the pesticides limits provided by which organization responsible to limit the pesticides? And irradiation measures in, that is in kilogram. Casein is, this is a lipoprotein or phosphoprotein. And the test report according to 7A not contain comments for product. This one the right option. And FSO, food safety officer, reports to which officer? That is designated officer. FBO collects sample and divide into how many parts? That is the they have to divide in four parts and submit it to the designated officers and FSO person. Which organization follows on national level? There was the option codex or IS methods. And the health supplements nutraceuticals not allows for, there was the option, that is the below the age of the 2 years child or any adult person. And next, nutritional info is mandatory for which product? That is the masala for direct use, or for vinegar, or for sambar masala. And there was the option for TOD, COD, and BOD level, which have to be in most probably in increasing order. And next, to obtain FSSAI license, instrumental lab is mandatory for which type of industry? And the gram positive bacteria cell wall is made up of from which? And correct definition for of foodborne infection. Next, the principle of Lambert's-Beard's law, that is from instrumentation section, and the principle of NMR, mixing of liquid. This is followed by the homogenization, obviously, and autoclave works on the that that process is not able to kill the viruses. And next was high temperature heat providing to kill microorganisms is ohmic heating or blanching or pasteurization. And one question based on the, there was a provided some values and you have to calculate the pH. And there was also a numerical based on the to find out the molarity. And quartz cuvette used in which spectroscopy? Descending chromatography works on which action? That is capillary action or gravitational force. What is RF value? You have to choose the correct definition from the provided options. And there was the sequence provided for a TUUGC for DNA to mRNA conversion. And next was a chloride solution should not kept on which type of rack? That is for a wooden rack, glass rack. Now we have some questions more. Not digestible by human body. And the next, to increase microscope optical, which one have to choose? That is, you have to maintain the short wavelength, high intensity, or long wavelength and less intensity. What is DNA fingerprinting? And important testing for purity of butter and ghee, that is can be determined by the saponification value. And the degree of unsaturation can be measured as that can be measured by determining the iodine value, obviously. And what is the lighting strength choose suitable for the meat production area? You have to choose the correct current what is the specific lux required for that area.